Hilton O'Neill is injured but alive with a large amount of ammunition and a will to survive. He's already found people living in this new apocalypse, and he has already had to put down one of his own. He still hopes to find others still alive, and perhaps a helicopter to take to the skies. Hilton needs to survive the day, and it shall be a long one yet. Kia ora, Legionnaires, Rykon here, and welcome back to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, and to our short survival series. And thank you very much for your patience on us getting back to this episode. Well, we are ready and rearing, me and Hilton here. Oh, and we can't reload our current magazine? No? Oh, both are reloaded. Good. We still have our shotgun, however, we don't have any shot for it yet. And we are yet to fully explore this place, remembering, of course, that we are searching for drive belts, which it looks like we might have to try and get from vehicles. Luckily enough, we do have one here, so that's a start. However, first of all, we're going to climb over here and just see what we have available to us. Welding goggles, the electric chainsaw and jackhammer, useful. I feel like bringing the chainsaw down to the woodworkers is probably something that we would want to do. I think what we are going to do for the moment, though, is head over towards the vehicle and see what we need to be able to try and remove the drive belt. I'm concerned that we might need to actually take apart the engine to be able to get that. And if that's the case, then, well, it would be complicated, to say the least. Because, yeah, it's going to have to come from an engine, because it's that kind of drive belt. I feel like any motor would do, which is why I was hoping that some of the tools here may have drive belts within them. But yeah, for us to actually get this out of there, it's going to take quite a bit. And if we were to try and mend it, hoping that we might be able to replace one drive belt so it doesn't even have it. Well, okay then. Theoretically, I feel like we should be able to just take the drive belt off of another vehicle. I'm hoping that is something that we can do. However, can't be sure. I am tempted to try and take apart some of the general machinery though, because yeah, I still have hope that we can get it from something else here. We've got an arc furnace, so that's unlikely. Electronic machinery, I mean, it's not going to be on any of those. We've got a power lathe here. If we were to try and take apart the lathe, we would not be able to. Old machinery though, let's have a look at you. Yeah, so I think prying is what we need more than anything right now. So we're going to need a pipe to kind of get that going. So having a look at all of our equipment here, we're going to take the entrenching tool of ours. We're just going to put our pistol away for the moment, and we're going to go and just smash this to pieces. If we can. Our strength is pretty low right now. All right, do we have anything that has a better bash? I mean, the shotgun, quite literally the shotgun, that's it. Because yeah, we're not going to be able to take that apart without prying. I don't think we actually, know what? No, we can get pipes from the fencing, and the fencing is going to be easier for us to take down, I feel like. Okay, there we go. We got some wire, and now we just need to actually take down the pole that's there. Okay, taken down. 4 pipes and some pipe fittings. So actually, we may be able to make, well, actually, no. We don't need a bash thing, we just need prying. Come on, Rykon, don't get too excited. Yeah, because we can't make a pipe staff, which has really good bash. But no, we want to be looking at the makeshift crowbar, which is only going to take us 5 minutes and 30 seconds to make, because we're effectively just hammering down on the end of this thing here. So, now, let's see what we might be able to get out of this. It's 20 minutes for us to take it apart. I think it's worth it. We get pipe fittings, we get rubber hoses, bearings, but alas, no drive belts. Okay, so I'm going to try some of the others here, because worst thing, it's going to give us materials. Small electric motor. It's an electric motor, so I don't think it has a drive belt, but I don't know much about motors. Yeah, we get solder, lump of steel, electronic scrap, and copper wire from that. Okay, so we'll have a look at more complex machinery. And by complex, I mean simple. Because anything that's overly complex, It's going to have very specific stuff. I missed out on more ammunition. You serious? Somehow I did. I don't know if we actually have an MP3 player yet, so we'll grab that. No, we didn't. We can always look at reloading as well, so we're just always going to try and check to see if we can find batteries that are better than what we're using, like 97 and that two-way radio at the moment. We'll probably go and take that out. We're going to keep our battery in that one for now, for roleplay reasons more than anything else. So looking across here, that's an arc furnace, and what are you? Heavy machinery. So assorted machinery, I feel like we stand a better chance with that. So we'll take this apart. Let's see what we have there. We're getting chains, we're getting frames, useful things, but nothing that we need right now. So Hilton is an engineer. I think you would expect to find those things here, so it's a little frustrating that he doesn't. We can go and crank these open now, though. Well, we can certainly try, but our lack of strength is going to make that a little bit difficult for us to do. We are still in a distressing amount of pain, but thankfully our bandages are starting to do some work. We are doing a little bit better there. You know what? Let's have a snack. We do have some pemmican. Yeah, we'll knock that back. And we'll have a cookie as well, just to make us feel better. Then we're going to go and knock back 2 aspirin and hope that the pain killing can start to kick in. I'm going to try this just for a little bit longer here. Hey, we popped it open. Cordless impact wrench, damn. Good for taking off wheels. Concrete mixer there as well. And in here, a metallic smoother and a jackhammer. If we need to break into anywhere, they're good for it. I don't think they'd be willing to take makeshift drive belts, but it's not a bad option. I mean, 1 leather belt and some duct tape. I mean, it could work, but yeah, I think they're expecting a real drive belt. So we do have some more light industry to the north of us here, and I think the best thing that we could probably do is just follow this road along, hoping that we might see some more vehicles along the way. I am also hoping that we're going to be able to put this, in our backpack, because we're going to want to have our pistol out, I think, more often than not. It is a damn good weapon, and in our hands, we're actually not too bad with it. We are dealing with some glare today, though, so we'll need to keep that in mind as we carry on. Okay, we are approaching something. A campground. Okay, so we are likely to find vehicles here. That's a good sign and a good start. We'll go make sure that this place is clear of the dead, though, before we start doing any work. I want to make sure that we open up everything. And damn, we've got a nice looking RV here. Okay, let's just check it real quick. It's diesel powered, it has battery, and I think it has a ton of solar power. I mean, at least it looked like it did on the back there. I could be wrong. I think I am. It looks like there is on these last 2 squares here. Portable dishwasher, electronic control unit. Oh yeah, solar panels. They are there. They're just a little damaged at the moment. Yeah, if we could get this thing working, I mean, and we should be able to. It's just diesel. However, the diesel is currently in a draining tank. I really should have taken one of those rubber hoses with us, because we could have siphoned fuel from one tank to another. Alas, we cannot do that right now. What we can do, though, is have a little peek in here and see what they've got. Nothing crazy good. A sandwich, we'll take that. Yeah, this is a super cool RV. Like that. Okay, let's see what they've got in this vehicle here. Worst case scenario, we can just get some drive belts out of this. Potentially, again, if we can just take them off the engine, which I'm hoping we can. Otherwise, that quest is going to be more than a little difficult. It would require, taking stuff all the way to where we would have access to an engine crane. So, yeah, very much not what we're looking for. So many vehicles here, though, so that is a good sign. Dress in a nanoskirt, and we have a vehicle that's currently turned on. It's been abandoned and it's run over a brazier from what we can see. The battery is good. The gas that's in there is also looking good at the moment. I think what we'll do is we'll just turn this off for the moment, just to conserve what fuel is in there. Okay, screwdriver set we are going to take. just for the fine kind of screw driving. We'll also just check all of the tents because sometimes we can find useful camping equipment in there. Thread's always going to be useful. Luckily, no sign of the dead here. We are definitely going to take those batteries. Excellent, excellent. And we'll also pop into here to see what we've got going on. Stylish sunglasses, wonderful. We want to get them on now so that we don't have to deal with the glare anymore. We will take those, thank you. An acoustic guitar. Now we're talking. So, full battery, no gasoline. Okay, so if we were to have a look at the engine here, which is going to be near the front, let's see. No fault required. Okay, we can look. Repair isn't going to help us either. Okay, yeah, I don't know if we can do this. Even a smaller engine is going to be difficult for us to attempt something like that. Also, yeah, the alternator needs to come off first. So we need bolt turning to be able to get to the engine. We need to have 11 strength or a tool with lifting 1. How many do we need for that damn quest? 3 drive belts. The other place that we can potentially find them are going to be with mechanics. So that's an option, I suppose. Ooh, hello there. Compressed air horn and a compound hunting bow. The air horn less useful, but the compound hunting bow potentially useful. We don't have any arrows right this second, but hey, not bad. I think at the very least we could probably take the RV out and away from here because yeah, that's kind of too good to pass up, especially for someone who is a nomad. So let's see, compound hunting bow, let's go put that just in the bed for now. I'm guessing we can go through the whole way. We can, wonderful. So the windscreen here is damaged. That sucks, but it's not the end of the world. None of these were diesel as well, at least I'm pretty sure. Even if it was, there ain't much that we can do about it. We've got 4% fuel at the moment. That should be enough to see us through to the next industrial yard here. I'm going to make sure that we do take some bolt turning tools with us, and that the force of the explosion, we just had 2 impacts here, 2 craters just appear. Hot damn. So we can utilize that crater to good effect. Let's stop driving. We've stopped the vehicle. Let's go get out. And yep, sure enough, we just saw that zombie fall, and it's probably not going to die, but it's going to be stuck down there. So we're just going to go and yell out at the moment. We are seeing some zombies over this side here at the moment. They're actually not paying us too much mind. And if we do want some target practice, we can just shoot at the one that is now down there somewhere. We can't actually see it right this second. Okay, right. Where's this Rottweiler? Oh, that is down below as well. Okay. Well, that's fine. As long as it stays down there, we're okay with that. I suppose we could get these cracked open. What do we got? Reciprocating saws, electric kiln, and a brick kiln as well. We spotted a zombie, but we're okay. Jackhammer. Right, what do we have on the other side here? Angle grinder, okay. Stuff for metalworking, which is useful. So the scissor jack it has jacking, but it doesn't have lifting. And I don't recall us seeing any lifting. Wow! Okay, that was kind of out of nowhere. Hello, zombie dog. Let's go back up. We're going to try and straighten up our aim. Something hurts. Okay, so it managed to move onto the square and hit us before we were able to react. So we're really, really slow right now. That was disappointing to see. This thing is fast. I'm not surprised there. So I'm really hoping we're not going to have the same thing happen. All right, 18 damage is good. Let's back up. We can't get more than 1 square away from it right now, which is a bit of a struggle. All we need is just a second or 2. Yep, so same thing happened there again. Even though it's traveling along a diagonal, it should theoretically be taking longer to get to us, but it isn't, for whatever reason. And it does sound like something else is coming from the south towards us. We hear shuffling. We're going to ignore that. We're going to continue aiming. We need to wait till it gets close, and oh boy, decayed zombie is here. So we're going to take that shot. All right, so ideally we lure that up towards the pit. However, in saying that, we might have a hard time doing that because our stamina is not looking too hot right now. We've got some more skill with handguns. I will take it. We'll take another shot because this thing is pretty slow, and another shot takes it down. Okay, that's good. We're going to reload this first of all, just putting that fresh magazine in there. We're going to drop it onto the ground, and we're going to put pressure on those wounds. All right, pick that gun back up, bash that body. Oh boy, okay, bit more damage than I would have liked to have taken there. Nothing on that body there that we are going to want. Right, quite a bit of noise down there, so let's close that door for the moment. We're going to use this winch just so that we have a way around, and ideally what we do here is just bring the dead out and bring them around. Can I see into there? Not right now. Let's turn on our light. Okay, all right, so we've got a few in here. And we should be able to take care of them just fine. We're going to yell. We're going to bring them on over here. They will have a bit of a hard time following us. One of them is brainless and the other one is a crawler, so it's going to be really slow chasing after us. We could shoot it here, and honestly, I think it might be worth the target practice. I was just going to try and bring it over towards the pit, but I think getting this experience with our handgun is going to be better for us. So that brainless zombie is going to start to get a little bit closer to us now. All right. I think we're just kind of hitting the wall here, unfortunately. All right, careful shot. Gets off. It is currently empty now, which, heavy arterial bleeding, that should just bleed out. So we're going to go back away from it. We're going to see if we can get this magazine here reloaded. There we go. It's dead. All right, put that fresh magazine back in there and we'll reload the other. Smash that body. There's an inhaler here. Useful. Too heavy for us to pick up right now. We're in a lot of pain. We are feeling it. Nothing that we want from you, and that's okay. So, I think we're going to take some more aspirin. Want to be wary that we're not taking too much here. Hello, another brainless zombie. Okay, so we'll create a little bit of space for us here. Try and take that carefully aimed shot. Hit it for 23. Go for another one of those, thank you. Bad bleeding. It would probably bleed out, but we can afford to wait just a little bit longer. Take it out in one. And I think, is that another crawl? No, that's a dead crawling zombie. Okay, the game watch isn't bad, but it's not in good condition right now. The shelled pistachios we'll just eat on the go. We don't have to even worry about picking them up. And we'll just quickly check out the kitchen. Lots of food here to eat. Good. We should try and eat it before we leave here. Let's also make sure that we top off our magazine before we go any further. Cream soda. Let's knock it back. Yeah, distressing pain isn't ideal, but it's not the end of the world. Bow is buddy. That's useful considering we've found a bow, but we need to make some arrows for that bow. We're a decent marksman, so I imagine we would be able to make pretty good use of it. We're going to have that lemon lime while we're here as well. It's just going to help with our mood and give us a few extra calories while we're here. Duct tape. We are definitely taking you because, yeah, worst case scenario, we can try and make some makeshift drive belts. This plastic bag doesn't have anything in it, so we'll drop that off for now. We may have to leave the shotgun behind. It's something that I probably should have done sooner. We don't have any ammunition for it currently, so we are just going to take it up to the top here. We've got a zombie runner that's coming for us, so we're going to deal with that first. We're going to run on over towards the pit. It is going to fall into the pit, and it is going to be unable to get out of the pit. Pits, use them. Use them to your advantage, because zombies, they're not smart. They're not known for their intelligence. So, wherever you can, yeah, see, that's great. That one should be relatively easy for us to try and shoot now as well. So, combat shotgun, it's just going to go underneath that seat. All right, so, shouldn't be able to attack us. We should be able to attack it totally fine. We're going to do that, a little bit of target practice, and we're just doing it until it's going to be dead. They will come back to life, so we don't need to worry about necessarily killing it here. We also only do this now because we have a fair amount of ammunition. If it was still a little bit rarer, then no, we wouldn't do it. But because we have the chance to gain a little bit of skill, it is worth it in my mind. So we'll take that duct tape, check this office, dive through the window, and let's go get these zombies here and bring them on over to our little funhouse. All right, and wander on in there. Excellent. And the same with you. They are going to take the path of, well, not least resistance, but the straightest path towards us. And let's go invite you to the party. There you go. And into the pit with you. All right, so we do have one more crate here. Easiest way for us to get to it, smash that window, and then just try and pry as we're kind of halfway through. Reciprocating saw? No. Okay, so we are looking currently for something that is going to have bolt turning. So they've gone and smashed through this window here. I thought that was super glue. That is super glue. And that's definitely worth us taking. Nothing up here. Quickly check the bathroom. We've got some scrap on the ground there. And we'll clamber on over this to see what actual tools there are. Scissor jack, acetylene torch. Okay, still not what we want. Oh, adjustable wrench. That is what we want. Thank you. That will have some form of bolt turning with it. Bolt turning quality of 2. That's good enough for us, thank you. Historic weaponsmith. We're not likely to get into weaponsmithing. Yes, we are an engineer, but right now we have far more pressing matters than setting up a forge. Anything that's going to help us immediately, we will look at grabbing still. And there's probably going to be quite a few books around here. The trapping book is definitely tempting. Crispy cranberry, knock it back. We're nice and hydrated now. We've got a smartphone here. Has a decent amount of charge on it. Web design basics, that's gonna stay. I do wonder if we can use the jackhammer on the safe, because I feel like that's worth trying. So let's put that back into our inventory for the moment. We had a jackhammer up here, right? Let's go crank that. Electric jackhammer, not really enough on that one to work. I also do imagine that the reciprocating saw may be able to do it, but I feel like the jackhammer is a better choice. Yeah, actually none of that's gonna fly, huh? Yeah, it's all reciprocating saws, unfortunately. I really felt like we had more jackhammers here, but yeah, we don't. And yes, that electric one does have some charge, but it's not enough charge for us. Unfortunately. Ooh, looks like we do have a vehicle just to the north of us at the moment. Yet again, won't help us out all that much. I am intrigued to see where this road goes though. Oh, before we go any further, I think we are going to spend the 20 minutes to just go and take apart some machinery because we want to try and get a hose. So I think that we got a hose from these ones here. Yes, rubber hose. Fantastic. So we can now siphon fuel from vehicles. Useful so that we can fuel our RV. Speaking of our RV, we should make sure that we remember the vehicle position so that it will be marked on the map, that we can find it that much easier. Okay, is our pistol fully reloaded? Yes it is. Okay. Oh, why? It's fine. It's fine. It should start. The diesel engine is a little damaged, but yep, there we go. We're all right. We just can't really rely on it in a hurry. And hello, this is armored. Okay, so we're gonna try and see if we can just carefully pull up alongside it. Okay, we are already colliding with it, even though we're nowhere near it. That's how big this vehicle is. Okay, so let's have a look at you, examine it. Yeah, no diesel. It is a military cargo truck and it's completely wrecked. Okay, and we unfortunately did a little bit of damage to our vehicle while we're pulling up alongside it. Yeah, you're just gonna be worried that sometimes the vehicle, the angles don't always show impact, but there is impact there, so you need to be wary of that. I think we'll probably go to the north first before we snake back around towards the west. Let's just see where this road takes us. If we can see that there is an end to one of these roads, we're more likely to go for that. Although this is going a bit further than I thought it would. And I'm seeing an X. Ooh, radio tower. We are turning this truck around. Radio towers, especially in the current stable, are absolutely invaluable. They are going to give us so much information about the surrounding area because we can climb on top of that radio tower. Yes, I am damn happy about that, and I imagine Hilton is too. And he might also imagine that he might think that his troop would have sought a position out like that because, well, it's exactly what he is doing. So surely they would think the same thing if they saw that. Okay, we've got a few dogs around here. What we are going to do is just turn the vehicle around so that it is ready to go, so that we can just jump in it and get out as fast as possible. We may even leave that door open. It's unlikely that someone is going to try and steal our RV right now, and it just means that we can get into it just that little bit quicker. We got an egg there. There's a blue jay egg. We're going to keep on climbing up this ladder until we get all the way up to the top. And once we're here, we've got a pair of binoculars, fantastic. We might have already had some. And Livermore Falls Survivor map, very useful. Okay, so we didn't have binoculars, I think? No, we didn't. And they're under clothing, not under tools. Noted. All right, before we have a look at the map, we are going to go and activate that Livermore Falls Survivor map, which obviously we're not able to find by searching for Livermore. Let's just search for map. Okay, we add all of that to it, and look at this region now. We can already see two large structures that are poking up high. We've got a church steeple and yet another radio tower. Very cool. All right, and look at this region. Interesting. Okay, so we'll kind of work our way around from what has caught my eye. First of all, FEMA camp. 100% that would catch Hilton's eye. There are going to be soldiers there, no doubt about it. And it would make a lot of sense for them to try and regroup at a position like that. But let's just see what else we have around us. We have a cabin out in the woods, an incomplete one, so that's not going to really help us out all that much. We have yet another, or rather no, a rural house here. What looks to be a campground down towards the south. We obviously have the lumber camp here. We have yet another as well, a lumber mill. I doubt that there are people surviving there as well. We've got a campground. It looks like this is a cave down here towards the southeast. There is a strange looking tower directly to the east. And then I think we've got some, I thought it was mobile homes, but no, it's actually a mansion out here at the end of a road. We could find a number of useful supplies there, if that is something that we want to look at. We've got a hunting blind, and then of course we have Livermore Falls and Prospect, both interesting looking towns, and really the only main town that we have around here. We've got a mine, actually 2 mines, interesting, and then a desolate barn just hanging out there in the middle of a swamp. And then of course we do have a few towns surrounding here as well. Now, the survivors map is going to add a few different locations to us. It's mostly going to be things like gun stores, fuel stations, and stuff like that. Military surplus stores, pharmacies. Honestly, one of the more useful kinds of maps for us to find. But right now, that FEMA camp, I think, is calling Hilton, which sucks for us. As no doubt we will find out together. Now, he is a little injured still, so it might make sense for him to just spend a little bit of time in the RV here recovering. We did actually leave a fair bit of food back at the last location here, so I think heading up here and these 2 locations, I feel like that makes sense before moving on towards the FEMA camp, because while it is a short drive, anything can happen on those drives. So even though I'm sure Hilton is eager to get there to potentially see his friends once again, he's going to be cautious about it because, well, the helicopter he was in has already crashed, so we don't want that to happen twice. All right, slow down, hop out this thing, leave that door open for us, and let's hope they're actually going to be able to grab some stuff from here. Now, we do not have a cash card. Okay, all right, but there's a lot of drink in there. Okay, good to know. And over here, we're going to try and take as much as we possibly can. Excellent. And anything that we can't take, well, no, it looks like we could actually take everything there. That's wonderful. Okay, I want to check in on our bandages. The one that's on our left arm is considered poor, so we're going to go and apply a new bandage to our left arm, just to make it a little bit better. And back up towards our vehicle we go. Now we could spend a little bit of time doing target practice on the zombies that are down there, but we can't even see them right now. They're going to be at the bottom of that pit. They're going to be rather hard to make out. And no one wants to be making out with zombies. So the campground we have already seen, but the second lumberyard here, that I'm intrigued by, but it looks like there are a large number of dead, but also a considerable amount of wasps around here as well, which is concerning. We're going to stop this vehicle. One of the, oh shoot. Okay, they're above us. They're above us. Yep. Get back in the vehicle. Okay, so we couldn't see them. I mean, well, we could see them, but we didn't know that they were right next to us. Hot damn. Okay, so I was excited because this fence line is super useful. It's going to take a little bit before the zombies get through there, and it's going to make it difficult for them to get to us. We can just stand on the other side and shoot them. I also saw this as well. Oh, it's a gasoline pump. I was hoping it was a diesel pump. Alas, it is not. This is definitely not occupied. So we may be able to find some drive belts here. Maybe. But we have wasps outside of our vehicle. So we're going to try and see if we can lure the wasps on over towards the dead that are here. And if we can't, at least we are going to approach this place from a different angle. We need to be very wary that there could be wasps straight above us. So I think before we go out, we hit Shift V just to see where the closest monster is to us. Because, yeah, they are all over the show right now. Let's get inside, because that's definitely going to be safer for us. Knock back a root beer, because why the heck not? We're actually considered overweight at the moment, so we should probably stop doing that. Okay, this is just an isolated building. That's not ideal. Those are a little bit further away though, so let's just keep on moving. And we got ourselves a bit of a cafeteria here. Awesome. Very cool. We'll take that. We'll take the clean water as well. Honestly, everything and anything that we can take right now, we will be taking. Because it means that we can just rest and recover without being too worried about stuff. Okay, the wasps are a little bit further away. They are closer towards where the dead are right now, so I really hope that they just decide to stay over there. They are not massive wasps, but there's definitely some kind of nest around here. We may be able to just rush on over towards here and get this open. We're just gonna have to keep on checking though. So that one is the closest. Okay, we're still alright. Stop working. Nope, we're okay. So we're just gonna run. We're gonna get inside here real quick like. Slam that shut. Okay. Alright, so what do we got? We got a wood axe. A wood axe is a fantastic melee weapon early on. The bash and cut potential, fantastic. Super, super cool. Does take a little while to swing it around, but yeah, very, very, very useful tool for us. We are feeling a little bit stronger right now as well, so we should be able to open these okay. I think we're mostly going to be finding wood and wood-related things here. Would we be able to find a drive belt by taking apart a conveyor belt? Maybe? Let's see, we're hearing buzzing. I'm not surprised by that. The answer is no. The answer is no. We are not going to find drive belts here. And that is the end of it. At least that's the way it seems. Now, we do have a few interesting things. The nape protector here, which attaches onto the hard hat. Theoretically, we would be able to use that on our helmet. Maybe. We also have some steel-toed boots here, which may be better than our combat boots. So we're just going to go and compare them real quick. Combat boots, steel-toed boots. So, combat boots have better ballistic, which makes sense, better acid, and actually, they're just better in almost every regard. They're not as good with cut, but they're also not going to be as encumbering. The steel-toed shoes are far more encumbering. Okay, so combat boots, surprisingly enough, good for combat. But the nape protector, I am still interested to see if that will work. We've got some cut-resistant gloves. I think that they might be... They're probably not going to be as good as the tactical stuff, because most of the time, the military stuff that you get in Cataclysm starting off is going to be pretty good. So let's have a look. Army helmet. If we can insert something on it, yeah, nape protector, wonderful. So we have a nape protector on our neck now. Okay, so that's how we do that. Good to know. All right, yeah, nothing else down here. And we've got the showers. So it's probably going to be wise for us to just get the heck out of here. Yeah, I think it's very, very unlikely for us to find what we want here. So let's just grab one of these wood axes, take that into our hand, open up the winch. We're just having a look for monsters specifically. All right, to the southeast. So we're gonna run. We're gonna get back to our vehicle as fast as we can. All right, good stuff. There we go. We've got a wood axe now, and it sounds like we've got some wasps like directly over the top of us as well. Oh boy. Okay, so we've checked out these two locations. The FEMA camp, that's next. We got to turn this thing around as carefully as we can. Those aren't going to be diesel vehicles, so we're not going to slow down for that. All of the zombies were taken out by those wasps, so not a great place. Well, not bad, considering we were able to just stay away from them. Those wasps are more than likely going to mutate over time. Yeah, that's not a problem for today. So, looks like we're gonna have to go up to the north to go around here. That's all right. Along these long stretches, we can afford to put our foot down a little bit more. It theoretically will make us better at driving as well, but that's also why you'll see your focus drop while you're driving, because effectively you're learning how to drive while you're driving, and it is taking a little bit more focus for you to be able to do that. I also feel like the engine will be a little bit more efficient if we are going faster. It's definitely the case with some things, and oh boy, we got Krakens, we got Migos, and we have someone with a gun. We definitely heard a gunshot then. Interesting. The wind is making our arm feel cold. I'm not surprised because we don't have a front windscreen where we're sitting currently. Yeah, we're definitely hearing quite a few gunshots. We're not seeing them though. So I'm thinking there must be some shooting going on underground in that mine. And oh boy, we have a mass grave. Disturbing sight, especially to see so many of the dead just clambering out of there. I imagine there is a bit of fear in the heart of Hilton now as to what might be waiting for him at that FEMA camp. Reason I've slowed down here is because we have a police roadblock and we have a riot control platform here, and we more than likely have a few police officers that are downed. We have a static magazine on this one. And so, yeah, these were people. They aren't filthy, so it's not, they didn't come from zombies. The holster looks good. Also, the police vehicle here might be in decent condition as well. Deputy badge, tac vest, 2 more magazines. So, we've got search lamps, and then we have these riot control platforms. They are less than lethal, but they can still be lethal. We need to remember that we don't actually have a windscreen right now. So what I'm going to try and do, is do a little bit of a spin around here. We need to get closer. So here's what we're going to do. Haha, we've got rear view wing mirrors. So we're going to back up, and honestly, we could just try and reverse into this thing. Did that work? I think that actually worked. Kinda. It kind of worked. Now, theoretically, we would be able to just try and shoot this. I am intrigued just how damaged it is after just doing a light ram into it. It isn't damaged at all. Okay, this thing is immobile, so we can work with that. We do have a way to get in and out the back of this. All right, so let's maybe put the wood axe down for now. Oh shoot, we can see it. So that means it can see us. Right, we're gonna get a pistol out. We're gonna pop out here. Can I hit you through there? I don't like my chances of hitting you out there. Okay, that one that one over there can see us. That's a bit of a problem. You know what? I think I'm just gonna try and shoot it through here. I'm gonna see if that's possible. This unit is authorized to open fire. Well, not if we open fire first and miss. You didn't expect that, did you? Did ya? Okay, let's just go cautiously here. All right, that one on the other end is going to be able to see us first. So we're going to have to reposition our vehicle a little bit here. That, or, you know what? We could try this with a little bit more force. Let's see how that goes. Oh, it works. It works. Okay. We'll stop there. So we need to get to the other one. I doubt we're going to be able to run over the sandbags. So let's go spin this vehicle around. Oh, wow, we completely wrecked the front of this, huh? Oh, shoot, that's really on its side. Damn. Okay, well, our RV is a little stuffed. We've lost the wing mirrors as well. It's all coming apart here, folks. It's all coming apart. Yeah, this is going to be a lot more difficult to do without being able to really see the back of the vehicle properly at all. We just need to straighten up. All right, we're going to send it back again. Here we go. I mean, kind of worked. Wow, actually didn't work at all. Not in the slightest. That is unbelievable. I guess we just nudged it out the way. We're gonna get this thing. All right, I think as long as we're on this angle, we should be getting it. Hey, we can go faster now because we're lighter weight. That definitely hit it. All right, that took it out. So, was this even remotely worth it? I guess we'll see, won't we? I guess we will see. This was definitely not going to be a long-term vehicle for us, even more so now. Okay, so, oh boy, what an absolute mess. Yeah, so there's some casings that are on the ground there. We have the broken riot turrets, and then we have some bodies. So, we'll check them out. Combat pistol. Some of these things, surprisingly enough, are a little damaged, and they are a little bit heavy for us to pick up right this second, but we should be able to. And I was really hoping that one of them was going to have a rifle on them. It's small chance for that to be a possibility, but the possibility is always there. There are a few Glocks here, magazines for the Glocks. There was one, the duty pistol, that we'll no doubt be grabbing. We are definitely going to pick up the holster from here, and Hilton is going to have to look through everything in this space. What a mess. But there is a little bit of hope. That camp may offer salvation, at least in Hilton's mind. In my own, well, it may very well be his doom. But like I said, I think it makes sense for him to recover a little bit before he tries to make the rest of the trip because, well, I was talking about crashes, and maybe it wasn't mechanical failure that took down Hilton's chopper. Who knows? But for now, I ask you all, if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. As for now, I have been Raikon. You have all been awesome, and until next time, stay tuned.